We have a chance to elect the first woman president in this country. This rarely gets discussed anymore. But I think that, I mean, I ask people say, oh, I don't trust Hillary or she's not trustworthy. And I'm like, what did she ever do to you? It's like, did you, she was going to water your plants for you while you were gone for the weekend? I live in Michigan, and across the Midwest, across the Rust Belt, I understand why a lot of people are angry, and they see Donald Trump as their human Molotov cocktail that they get to go into the voting booth on November 8th and throw him into a political system that has made their lives miserable. Everybody needs to have their game face on here and realize that Trump can win. He can pull this off, and everybody has to be at full force here. Otherwise, it has a chance of happening. And I've lived long enough to know where I've seen, I've never thought a B actor whose co-star was a chimpanzee would ever be president of the United States, or George W. Bush, who was just completely not there himself, that he could ever get elected. Well, I take this seriously now, so I don't just, Trump is not just comedy to me. I think that people see that he is maybe their messenger, even though they don't necessarily like him or agree with him so much. I think that they love the idea of blowing up the system. I think a lot of people who have seen their livelihood vaporize, who are no longer part of the middle class, who are struggling to survive, pay no attention anymore to what the media or the people in power. They've lost all credibility, I think, with a lot of people. I mean, just take what's happened from how we got into the Iraq War. Where was the media on that before the war? Where was the New York Times, for instance, putting Judith Miller's stories, concocting weapons of mass destruction on the front page of their paper? Where was the media while Wall Street was creating this crisis that was about to happen? I mean, so people don't trust the media. They don't listen to it, and for good reason, because the media has let them down. The rich and the powerful have let them down. They used to believe in that. They used to vote for the rich and powerful. And a lot of them aren't going to do that this time. And they, for some strange reason, see Donald Trump as their means to get back at this system. There is a mood out there where people are upset at the Democrats and the Republicans. Mm-hmm. What has to happen here, though, like with the Brexit vote in England, is that people where I'm from have to understand that while they may not like Hillary that much, or that she may be a bitter pill to swallow or whatever, you better take your medicine, because the opposite is going to be much, much worse. And I also don't think it's to be picking on the millennials is wrong. We were all 19. The last thing that you want to do is wag your finger, your adult finger, at these millennials. They're upset at the whole thing. They're upset at the world that's been handed to them. And they didn't create the climate change. They didn't start the war. And now it's like they've got to fix this election. No, I hope they vote for Hillary Clinton. But the rest of us have got to get out there and do what we have to do.